All right, keeping it moving, keeping it moving. Anyways, it's 6:26. Got out of the gym. See, face is red. Not because of the exercise, it's just that's my skin. Turns red. Irritation. Could be the Nivea, who knows. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. I did a great arm workout. Plus, my cardio. Bumped it up a bit. See, I'm used to doing 15 and 16 gear on the bike. But I'd lowered it down for a while. But today I was like, you know what? Put it up. But I put it up to about 13. 12, then 13. Can't stay lazy in the in the bike gears, right? So yeah, didn't have time to do legs, but I did did my hip stretch. Oh, that felt so good in my back. And cobra stretch, which was painful. So it's been a while since I did it in my lower, sacral, what is it, lumbosacral area or sacral iliac area, like around that area. It just feels like it needs to crack backwards, So it's been a few weeks, so I need to go back up on that. I didn't get to do my lateral glutes. Like, there's a lot of things I missed because of time. So after Saturday, it looks like I have a week of nothing. So I gotta be careful to not overdo it. Maybe I might take the time to get some more minoxidil. We'll see how it goes, or if other contracts come in. You never know. So there's that. So hopefully I'll be ready in time. It's the last day of the first responder class, so if I'm late, I won't care. No, but try not to, but I want to send out the certificates to the guy before I leave. There's no Wi-Fi there, so I can't do it. I'm gonna take a shower, quick one. That's the first thing I'm gonna do when I get in. I did not eat my granola bars or whatever it was on special. So I have 2 boxes that I can have for today. So that's good. Still have my second dose of caffeine that I didn't finish. We'll see how my fatigue will be later, even though we have the exam. I don't care. Because we've been doing pretty good. The class in general with the knowledge, so not that worried. Then after that, I guess I have to take the certain exam to teach a certain class that I need to do, and that's only a couple of times a year. So that I might still have to study. I'll have to find that out afterwards, And then there's also the option to teach first responder classes. So there's that. $700. So, and then there's another class I need to take. So, anyways, there's stuff. So that's good. Yeah, let me get myself going. All right, I'm almost at the course. I forgot I had bought raspberries and yogurt, so I brought that with me. Yeah, so we're good with food. I haven't eaten yet. I still have my second dose of caffeine, which I didn't finish, the pre-workout mix. What I like about, I'm glad I took this course, well, not only because of the information, and I feel good about that while I'm on caffeine, so of course I feel good, but the owner, he's very transparent, like he's got a special character, but still talks about how he doesn't make that much profit. He's just doing it for, you know, the minimum. He only takes out $25,000 for his own salary, but because of the business, he can buy a new car. And all that stuff written under the business. He bought it over in 2017. That's when I bought my gym, and didn't last long with that. But he has a few locations. This is a newer one, and he was working there since, he said, what, 1988? Since he started young, you know, lifeguard or windsurfing or whatever he was doing. So he's been in the company for so long, and so he knew it, I guess, inside out. So that was kind of cool. I like the fact that he was transparent with me to know, you know, how the inner workings are a little bit. I think that's important for me. Yeah, and to know the finances a little bit, but I never see his reports, except, you know, profit loss statements or you know, any of his income statements or whatever. But anyways, that's good to know that. I sent the certificates and my coordinates. Hopefully I'll get in, you know. Hopefully I'll see him today and just kind of remind him. I don't want to sleep on that, as they say, you know. But ideally, my goal is still somehow, whatever the means is, which I don't know yet, because I'm still in my problems, financial problems, but can still, you know, think ahead, you know, is to, you know, have a place where we teach classes, but also have a little studio gym there. That's the goal. And be able to upkeep it. Maybe live there. Like, he has an office, and I said, you could sleep there too, you know, because he lives far, but he drives into town for here. I'm like, well, he has a family, I think. Yeah. But like, I would definitely sleep in my office. But he has employees too, so I don't know. Maybe just have an extra room just to sleep in. Who knows? You know, just to be able to maintain something, that would be, you know, so good to me. I would feel really good about myself to be able to do that. Keep it small, keep enough income. You know, you'd have to keep your clients. Yeah, just to be able to do that, to you know, I'm far from that at the moment. Well, that's a nice view of those houses and all that. Oh, you can't see it. But anyways, can't close up when I'm going on the back camera. Anyways, let me concentrate. And of course, if I have a little gym studio, to have, you know, studio space for classes to teach. Well, yeah, of course, it could be classes and CPR in the same studio. It could be like a gym studio to be able to teach group fitness classes. Get back into that. Step classes, spinning classes. You know, I would like to do that on my own terms. Oh, okay. Now I'm getting depressed. So it's 5:17 p.m. on Saturday, the 12th of July 2025. And you guessed it, I'm at my favorite place. Finished working late. It was kind of a good class. Well, it was hot as hell. The air conditioning was busted at the community center, which is no big surprise there. They have an industrial fan that they brought in, but it was at the back, so everyone else was okay. I, of course, was sweating. I lost like 20 pounds for sure. And I have a lot of gas. I've been having gas since I've been teaching. No, that's not true. Since the first responder course last week, I guess because I'm eating a lot of veggies I'm cooking and the fruit and all that, and it just builds up. Anyways, that's fine, except I gotta lay it out. But I like those New York style apartments. But and the class was taught well, because since I took that first responder course, I decided to try some techniques. They gave me back, they reused the gloves, they gave them back to me. I sprayed alcohol on them, which uses a lot of alcohol, so I'm not going to do that. But I'll find a way to keep them. Wash them, dry them out. You know what I mean? Wash them in soapy water, whatever. And reuse them, and then take the money that I charge and put it into paying back my course. I'm laughing, but that's probably what I'll do. But had them work in groups of like, we did a lot of practice, and I think it was really good. I handled it well. It was a bunch of people who, you know, they need to just be pushed and whatever. They're not the brightest, and so it went well. Just had them play all the time, you know. It seemed to work very well. I guess considering compared to a first responder course, it's like just a lot of steps down, so it was pretty easy. So I like that. I have some noodles left at home. I'll probably make those. I was gonna go get some more groceries, like Ziploc bags for my toothpaste and toothbrush. I like that concept. But of course the gas stopped me and the sweat stopped me. I'm gonna go wash my hair for sure. Hopefully I can get to bed early. So the first thing I'm going in to do is to take the shower, so that everything else is old hat. Yeah. I got out, like I stayed a little bit to watch on YouTube while I was just, you know, organizing the stuff. So I got out of the work at 4:45. We finished at around 4. Actually, a little before 4. Some people left who didn't want a temporary certificate. Then the time to just write some temporary certificates was about 4. And then by the time I left, after watching some YouTube and stuff, decompress a bit, was 4:45. And then I walked for a bit. But then when I was at the corner for the bus that was usually in front of the community center came, and the other one was right at the stop, and it was a green light on their side, so obviously I took the one that was previously in front of the community center. So I took the original route. But it wasn't the same bus, because it was usually there's just one bus that goes, but this time there's two. The second one came back, I guess. I don't know how it works. I haven't seen it since the winter. Before the winter. Maybe it's only in the summer that it comes. Yeah. And I managed to do a live. Not for that long. There wasn't that many people on. But I managed to get 200 and something views. So I'm waiting for that to upload. Tomorrow's Sunday. We'll see what I can do if there's no music. But it's usually after 5 there's no music. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Debating whether I should get more data. Yeah. All right, let me get myself home. Oh, no, she keeps talking to me. It's been a few years. That's why I shut the phone off. But anyways, so we are 3:23? I forget now. I gotta put on my shades. But I am off to the gym. Finally. Yeah, let me get my glasses, shades, that I haven't cleaned yet. So we are Sunday, the 13th of July, 2025. Yeah. Crash from the first, I have a crash from the first caffeine. I'm taking the second one now. I took prep just in case. I have to buy some more. But I have enough for, this dose. But just in case, I feel like, or I'll force myself to go to the establishment. I didn't get much sleep, but it's, because I've been waking up at 3 every day. Yeah, and I brought my umbrella because it's gonna rain. But anyways, I think I woke up at like 5 and stayed in bed till like, I don't know, 8, 9, I don't know. Tried to get stuff done. It was really difficult. So aside from, eating, grooming, I actually scanned 2025 bills just to start that, to keep that moving. I just began briefly 2024, which I have all the bills scanned, but I have to actually do the Excel sheet. But I had to leave to go to the gym. I can't, neglect that. And I don't know how it's going to be when I get home. Because if I go to the establishment by the time I get home, and then I can't start work then, because then I'll go to bed late. You know what I mean? That'll be a whole vicious cycle. I'll be even more depressed. So that's a no-no. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, just tried to chip away at that. And actually, just before I left, I put my GoPro clips into an open shot and saved as a project so that I can get the ball rolling with that. I had to get a few things rolling, that's the thing. And then also what I did was, because of the class I taught yesterday, it's the first time that I had people save their gloves and then give it back because there's no blood on it. So to practice and to save money. So I have them plus the masks soaking in, in the bleach solution. But I have to make sure not to use too much bleach because then it's too much money being wasted. I have to get the right sweet spot, right? What else did I do? Did I try to break out? Oh, tried to put together a program for today. Not a program, just some of the exercises I need to do. And then when you realize it's like everything except my arms are healed, it becomes daunting. So I gotta play it by ear. Because I have, next Saturday is my next class, so it's a pretty daunting day, I guess it makes sense because I went from the whole week of struggling with that first responder course and teaching the day after, and now it's like, right? I switch gears a bit, but I had to download some of my bank files, the ones where the government took all the money. And I noticed that they closed the credit card account, which was good, but I still owe money on that. But they also closed the bank account, as I see. But I had two statements I had to download. Oh, that's an account I had for a long time, and they lost a client. Of course, I'm angry over it. And then I tried the last thing after the GoPro for like just taking like a few minutes for each of these things, you know, just to keep it started, you know. I went through again the letter I'm supposed to write for help, and I edited some of that. That's the thing. Hopefully I'll be able to finish that by a day or so, maybe. I don't know. It's been 3 weeks. I've been working on it, you know. Everything's like takes a lot long to get done. Just gotta keep moving. That's hard. And I just found out that the singer from Nightser Ebb died last month. Yeah. Finally, I get the phone back. It was on lockout. It's like the phone's been doing that a lot. More than I care for. Like it did that a couple of days ago. So it's getting more frequent. Anyways, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm almost at the gym, sweating because it's humid. Rained already, but hopefully it won't rain before I get there. Yeah, I'm out of it. Oh yeah, I remember what I wanted to say now. You know, the fact that I am overwhelmed right now with things I need to do, things I need to catch up on, begin things, keep them going. You know, even workout wise, that's why I need to get out and go to the gym. And when my mind kind of like relaxes a bit, then I'll be able to focus more on, you know, one thing at a time. So, yeah, kind of like an ADHD type thing. See, when I was at the first responder course, I was only able to focus on that. You know, it was kind of forced upon me. So, when everything releases, it's hard for me, you know, to focus. I feel overwhelmed, you know. But hey, gotta work on it.